Hey guys, hope you're pumped up to be learning about rites of passage and the liminality today. We'll kick it off with a quote from Arnold van Gennep that summarizes these two complex topics. Now you may be asking yourself, who the heck is Arnold van Gennep? Don't worry, I've got you covered. It's this guy. Arnold was a Dutch, French, and German, all three, according to Wikipedia, ethnographer and folklorist born in 1873. In addition to having a killer stash, he studied rites of passage, which he defines as rites which accompany every change of place, state, social position, and age. He even wrote a book on these concepts, cleverly titled The Rites of Passage in 1909. In this book, he discusses these rites of passage and their purpose within a society, which is more or less summarized by our opening quote here, as these rites of passage serve as this intermediate step between the profane and the sacred world. Van Gennep focused his research mainly on smaller-scale societies because he asserted the smaller a society, the more religion is intertwined in their everyday lives, therefore making these transitions between the profane or secular world and the sacred or religious world easier to observe. Sociologist Victor Turner also states that these rites occur in a predictable pattern in smaller societies because these transitions are methodical and based on biological and seasonal rhythms versus technological advances. However, don't let these distinctions from these two intelligent fellas fool you. These rites of passage exist in every culture around the world. Generally, these are ceremonies surrounding major transitions in an individual's life. The rites of passage themselves are different depending on the culture, but they surround the same transitions: birth, be it baby showers, birthdays, baptisms, coming of age ceremonies like a quinceañera, bar mitzvah, or graduations, and death, and the various surrounding funerary traditions. Now I know you're sitting there wondering, hey, are these rites of passage, as you call them, broken down into three separate phases? And the answer is yes. Yes, they are. Van Gennep comes through once again distinguishing these rites into three separate phases, the first of these being the rites of separation. In this phase, the participant is removed from the rest of society, no longer a part of their recognized world, metaphorically dead. This could be being forced into isolation for several days, the bride and groom not seeing each other before the ceremony, or being forced to lie motionless for a period of time, like a corpse or a cat. The person is stripped of their old role or state in preparation of their transition to their new one. The second phase are the rites of transition, where, as indicated by the name, the transition